the beautiful Amanda Steele,
Yay!
come on down, because I know this is what Amanda's done, and she's formed some very close relationships with some champions. And I'd love to have you up, Amanda, to talk about that and why that's become so important for you. G'day, Amanda. Thanks so much for coming along.
Hello. I'm coming from sunny Melbourne, where we're not in lockdown. Yay!
Yay! It's a first.
Yeah, for once.
It is just wonderful to see you, Amanda. It was really good to speak to you this week as well.
Thank you.
See and hear how you're going. And it is particularly relevant what I just said, isn't it? About having some friends in this community who can help you out, because your journey, let's jump straight into it. Those of you that don't know Amanda, you were our Champions Cup winner from how many years ago?
Yeah, when was that?
6 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. And you do this full time now. You do the local business strategy, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to start out by, just so that for people who haven't heard you or seen you before, where did you start out? What got you onto Champions? What was happening in your life that made you think, okay, I need to do something different?
Sure. I was a graphic artist many years ago, pre-computers, working in ad agencies. And I didn't learn computers till a few years after that. And then I got myself in little businesses, and then I worked in a school doing marketing and promotions. And it was there that I realised I wanted something more, wanted to get back into creative stuff. And then we heard about you guys, came across your course, came and met you and loved you and just loved the community. And so my hubby and I started the course. It could be 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't looked back, and I did all the training, and then I just felt I needed to stop working, want to work for myself, and I went, well, here I go. What am I going to do? Well, I need to build sites for local business. So I got a couple of clients. I've still got those clients, and I hadn't even built a website yet.
And now, of course, Amanda, you've hit your six-figure income goals too, because you do this full time. Yeah. And the reason I bring that up straight up front is because this is the story that I really want you to share with everyone, because everyone looks at you and you know, you're wonderful, you're beautiful. Look at you, you're smiling there, you're happy, you're super confident, and like you're on top of the world, and you've hit your six-figure income goals, you're working from home. But as we heard from Lisa as well, that's not the full side of the story. And are you happy to share with us how life can throw you a bit of a curveball?
Yeah, life can throw a curveball. So on New Year's Eve, my husband, we've been married for 34 years, he had a stroke. So New Year's Eve, I wasn't with him. He was supposed to come and meet me at friends, and he didn't turn up, and what's going on? So I rang him, and his speech was all slurry. Anyway, I thought, I think he's having a stroke. So I called an ambulance and stuff. And anyway, he had 2 brain surgeries. So he's got an ABI. It's acquired brain injury from the stroke. So my life has completely changed. But what I was saying to Matt and Liz is that I'm very thankful that I have a business where I can be home, because someone needs to be with him most of the time. And I take him to appointments to physios and outpatients every week. And so I have my office in the car. So I take my laptop and I go, well, it's no use going home for 15 minutes. I sit in the car and do my stuff and make phone calls and things. And then he hops in the car, how'd it go? And then we chuff home, and I can just be here. So I'm you just don't know what the future holds. Yeah. And, you know, the change in our health, in the world economy, the world around us, I think having a digital presence and ability to do our work is incredible, and it's a real blessing. And I think all the people who are in the course now and people who are to come in, just to be able to kind of COVID proof yourself as well. So not only for your family to be available and to be with your kids and family if they're ill, but also for the economy. I'm very, very thankful. So thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
and for you.
But for you, well done, because you see all the sites, and you know, it brings up a lot of other lessons here. But obviously, you were saying to me, Pete can't ever work again now. You're pretty much a full-time carer. And with COVID, which I hadn't thought of, as you pointed out to me, you were grateful. You can't even take the risk of going outside for Pete's sake, because he can't afford to be get sick and go back in the hospital with COVID around. So,
Yeah.
like you said, that's the other beauty of this style of business. You're working. There's your home right there. You're working, and the Champions Cup in the background.
Yay!
But you can work from home, keep your family safe.
Yeah.
You don't have to take the risk of going out there, and
Yeah.
it is a sobering thing to share and thought, but
Yeah.
it is so wonderful for you. And like you said, even during the recovery period, you can still be, your car's your office. It's pretty amazing.
I know, as long as I've got internet. So I'm looking forward to, we can go on a holiday. We think that we might like to try caravanning, so I'll have to learn, because Pete can't drive. I'll have to learn to drive a caravan and go wherever there's internet, I can go. So.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, that leads us to
you can be on the road with your favourite friend out of Champions, which is Chris.
Yeah.
You get some.
I know. I'll go and meet them.
Yeah, that is so cute, because that's the other thing that mention your friendship with Chris, because it's an unlikely like how did that come about? And he was in a different group, wasn't he?
He was in my group. So this is Chris, he's old enough to be my son. So it's the weirdest combination of going, how does this kid have a friendship with this old lady? Like, it's very weird.
You are not.
We just get on super well, and I just treat him like an equal, and we just have a really good friendship. And with Chris and Pete and Renee, so often we'd have the boot camps, we'd meet together and we'd have a day of planning and working together, and we do accountability calls, and it's just a lovely, like, he's in Perth, I'm in Melbourne, and Pete and Renee are in Queensland, so unlikely, but we just gelled together and just had a really lovely friendship. So we don't talk for a few months, but we can get together and just take off. So that's one of the lovely things about Champions, that you've got to foster it and look for the people that you connect with.
Yeah. And that friendship has gone on for how many years now then? 6 or 7 years?
Yeah.
And what was the other thing Matt was telling me? So it's actually Chris who knows, like, who's your backup now too.
Because your husband can't be that anymore.
Yeah, because when you get a life-changing event like this, it makes you have to go, okay, you've got to have your wills and power of attorneys, you've got to have your insurances, you've got to have, so people get everything sorted. And then even with your websites, like, if it was me who'd had the stroke, who's got all my logins, who's going to look after my clients and everything? They're big questions that you kind of have to be prepared when you've got an online business, that you need to have a backup. So my backup would be Pete, Renee and Chris.
Yeah. And I think the other thing too, which I love about your journey, Amanda, and I think some of the champions are in this position now, is that feeling where you first go out and actually sell a website.
Yeah. So I went to see a client, and I had your checklist of what I needed to say to them. And I was so nervous. I was very, very nervous, and went to see them, and I didn't write the price of what I had, and I couldn't even say the word $2,000. I just couldn't say. Seriously, people, I could not say it. Oh. And I went to see the client, and we were chatting, and I used the script you gave me, and then I went, okay, I think they're buying it. I think I'm doing okay. And then I set the price, thinking, well, I saved, then it was $2,500, thinking, oh yeah, but I can drop it. But I just said it, and they said, okay. I went, oh right, okay. I had to act like, oh, that's quite normal. It was a very big. I had to deal a lot with imposter syndrome, where I felt, who am I? I've learnt this stuff. I haven't got a degree. I haven't got this. Can I really do it? And mix with all different, doctors and lawyers and people in the BNI group, and people who I wouldn't normally associate with. How do I hold myself and sell a website to these people? And so I've grown a lot as a pair. It's probably one of the things out of doing the courses with you guys, is I've grown in my confidence as a person, and now I can sell a website I still have the criteria that if I can have them over for dinner, I like them to be my client.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
actually that's
That's
really cool.
really
Like
cool.
that's that inner strength to be able to say, yes, I want to take this person on, or no,
Yeah.
they're not going to be right for my business.
Yeah.
And so what's
Because-
next for you, Amanda? So you're going to start building your portfolio?
Oh, yeah, I've already started. I've got a couple of directory sites and I've started building more of those and doing a bit more work. So work's quieting down a little bit. I've only got 3 website builds at the moment. So I'm looking forward to kind of doing more of my own and setting a bit more time.
All
Great,
right. Thank you so much, Amanda. We really appreciate it. Big
Yeah.
hand for Amanda. Yay! Isn't that awesome?
That is unreal.
And yes, make sure you read the comments there, Amanda. Lots of love and support coming your way.